I'm happy with the beer selections that we have. We can go back 10 years, maybe a little bit longer, before we get to the point where we say, hey, let's walk to the brewery. Because like now we can literally say it and do it. We can walk in that direction.
Yeah.
We're walking east, there's a brewery. Walk southwest, there's a brewery. Go north, east, and northwest is a brewery.
There's at least 2 breweries within 3 blocks of us right now.
3.
Exactly 3. 3 breweries. I mean, that's, my God, that's something I never really imagined for this city. It's like getting back to it. It's amazing to see how wonderful it was back before my time.
Yeah.
And seeing it when I was a kid, become what it was, and then now seeing from when I first started here 20 years ago, that parking lot across the street was empty. Now you're there on a Friday and Saturday night.
Packed.
You can't even get a spot.
No,
people are out there like it's Black Friday.
Yeah,
following people out of the bar, hoping they're going to a parking spot. And that's not what they're going out there to do.
No, but for sure. I mean, I got a couple hidden parking spots out there that I tend to use when I come on a Friday or Saturday night. But yeah, man. And then there's we got new restaurants too. We got Delia and Yates. Hopefully they make a comeback after this is all done, and I have yet to have the opportunity to eat there. Are they open?
No, they're not.
No, I didn't think so.
I think they're going to. Now don't quote me on this. I want to say somebody from there mentioned that they were going to wait until they could fully open.
Oh, yeah.
So that they didn't have to.
They've got other businesses too that they can keep.
It's nice that you have that luxury.
Yeah.
But I can understand that because sometimes my partner and I feel the same way. Like trying to have to deal with telling people no. You got to sit here. You got to sit here. You can't come into the bar now. You can't even order a drink at the bar. You actually have to be seated now.
For sure.
And
that's another
it's
question.
Very frustrating. For regulars who love the bar. That's part of the draw to a bar is the socializing at the bar. Yeah. You've taken like the largest aspect of the bar from its patrons. So they unfortunately you don't get to see that, and now they literally can't even come in and get a beer. They got to sit at a table and you got all your people out there spread out. Social distancing, but you're also forcing them not to socialize.
Yeah, which that's the name pub comes from public house. The public in a house. So that's part of the lore of
at one point. Your post office, your town gathering place, that's where you went and socialized.
Yeah.
It was more than just you're going to get a bite to eat and a burger or a bite to eat and a beer.
Yeah, I like to bite and eat a burger from time to time, like tonight.
Ooh, join the club.
All right, so I'll leave this on a little bit of an upbeat mood. Both of us went camping this weekend. I went to, I think it's Oneida Lake. I don't know. It's out by Syracuse. Big, huge.
Oneida Lake. Yes.
Oneida Lake.
Yes. Okay. Oneida.
A friend of mine.
It's a very large lake.
Oh, it's huge, massive,
and
it's awesome because for the longest time, it's only 3 feet deep.
Oh, it's dangerous for large boats.
Boats, yeah, exactly. My dad just bought a sailboat and he wants to go sailing out there, and I'm for sure I'll do it. But I one thing I know is that his boat's not going to be able to reach some spots.
Absolutely, it's very shallow. My father took his boat out there and told me that he's it's one of the largest non-Great Lakes in that state.
So deep at some points, but at other points it's
super shallow.
For the longest time, it's maybe it's waist deep.
Yeah.
I took a drone and I flew over the lake, and you can see through the water for the longest time. So yeah, I had a great time. But a friend of mine stopped over to Fidens, that's that new brewery in Colony, and brought 4 different beers. They were delicious. I finally
I will point out that yours truly tasted 0 of those beers.
Yeah, I will bring some. I gotta. Maybe we'll take a road trip.
Yes, I'm all about it.
Yeah, we'll take a road trip over there, get a couple of their beers, some crowlers, and then I also finally, after we talked about Fiddlehead last week, was able to taste Double Fiddle. That's all to my friend Jeff, who brought a bunch of beer, and I didn't reciprocate.
Making a note, I tasted none of that either.
Well, how was your camping trip this past weekend?
We went to the Racket River, just past the town of Tupper.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. We didn't really get into it. We was only 2 days, so we just went up there.
Did you have to hike in?
No, we took a boat.
Okay.
We canoed. We paddled it.
So it was a island.
You got to paddle to the sites. There's no way to get to it by car or trail.
That's phenomenal. I got a couple friends who have been up there. I have yet to go up there. Me and my girlfriend are looking at a camp a trip. It's a 3.5 mile hike in and a 3.5 mile hike out. But the interesting part is that it's on a pond, a very quiet pond that's just southwest of Tupper Lake, so
that's
not too
there.
far from. Yeah,
that's a good ride. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Good.
Yeah,
it's almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
About 3 hours up there
for sure. I know. I plan on leaving it when it's dark. Hopefully, I'll get there as day breaks, and then we can hike it in, gather our firewood, and then hang out for a little while, do our little camp trip, maybe do a hike the next day, and then grab our stuff and go home.
Very ambitious.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Oh, I love getting in the woods, but getting a little old to be hiking around, tromping around with a lot of weight.
Yeah, a friend of mine and I went up to Faro Lake. A couple friends went up to Faro Lake. Not last summer, the summer before. It was like 8 miles, 7.5 miles in.
Oh, jeez.
It was a beautiful lean-to, though. I mean, it was very highly sought after. A lot of people kept coming up to us like, "Oh, you guys got it."
No, I think I'm fairly certain by the standards of NCON, you have to share.
Oh, really?
You can't deny.
Well, I was reading some of the rules. If somebody gets there after dark and it's raining, you have to share.
Oh, is that the rule?
If they have enough time, they have to be 100. They can set up a campsite that isn't a normal campsite because they also have
150
campsites
feet away, I think it is.
150 yards away.
Oh, yards. Okay. All right. I knew the 150 stuck in my head.
It might be 150. I was reading it yesterday.
It's definitely 150 something.
Because if I drive all the way out to Tupper Lake and I march out in the woods 4 miles and find that somebody's sitting at that camp. See, the thing is you also sign in at a book.
Yeah.
But to like Faro Lake, there's a back entrance where people were coming into where they didn't do the hike. They drove right up and then they hopped on the trail around the lake. There's a loop that goes around the lake, and they were walking in and not seeing the book, so they didn't see that we were there. But it was cool. I mean, I had a great time. I mean, it still killed me, and if I had to do that today, it would probably kill me just to walk all the way out.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
And it was 2 years ago. Either way. So coming up next week, I guarantee you we're going to be drinking some beer. From where? Not 100% sure yet. But I look forward to it.
It's going to be a surprise.
Dave,
to both of us.
Episode 2 in the books.
Right.
I'm having a great time with these. I look forward to next week. See you guys next week.
See you guys next week.